should be live. It looks like you guys have sound, so everything should be good. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for coming this evening. I hope you're all having a wonderful night. If you are in the USA, I hope you had a lovely Thanksgiving. If you are elsewhere, I hope you had a lovely Thursday. Dreamer just now decided she wanted attention, and that's how life is.
I shouldn't have talked about the cats.
You brought it up. You made her come.
She's cute.
She's aware. She's a jerk. All right, let's go ahead and introduce ourselves. Let's go ahead and start with Elsie.
Hi, I'm Elsie Clemens. I'm a podcaster, a all-round weeb, and I like to write books.
Awesome. And CJ.
Hello, I'm CJ Blair. I'm a writer of things, and I am working on NaNo.
Awesome, awesome. And I am Sarah Schoenberger, and this is my channel, and this is Dreamer, and she is cross-eyed, so that's too bad for her.
She's a pretty, pretty girl.
She is very pretty, but she is also very cross-eyed, and she's not terribly bright. So that's her in a nutshell. So let me go ahead and pop through our comments. Spence is here, and Dana. Hello, both of you. Wendy is here. Hello. MM Ward is also here. Thank you very much for the compliment on the intro. I appreciate it. Barbara is here. CJ saying, making me say duty by pulling the double duty in the chat. Let's see. And I think that's everybody. I don't think I missed anybody. Jeannie? Did I miss Jeannie? Well, I'm going to say Jeannie's name now. I might have said it twice. So, whatever. It's my prerogative. So, yeah, I am working on some various loose ends. So I am, I don't have anything in distinctly that I'm working on. So I'll be kind of working on some random stuff. She's got a knot in her armpit. I'm going to have to cut it out. So yeah, what are you guys working on?
NaNo.
NaNo's fantasy novel about a girl.
Gotcha.
I'm doing the save the cat method, which is actually, I think, slowed down my NaNo progress.
Yeah,
but it's making me do more.
I hear a lot of people really love it and a lot of people really hate it. Like, it seems to be the consensus on it is that you feel distinctly one way or the other about it. So
you don't end up feeling like meh.
Yeah, I've never heard anyone be like, everybody's like,
well, for me,
oh my God,
it works. And I think for me personally.
And that's what I'm saying is like, people are like, oh my God, it works perfectly for me. It solved so many of my problems. And then there's people who are like, no, it really is. It's like Apple or Mac or, like that kind of, I don't know why people are so heated about it. It's funny to me. People are funny. It cracks me up. Dreamer's driving me nuts.
Your floof is a trap.
It is true.
She wants to be petted. Pet the floof.
She's so mad. Then run
she'll go away now.
She's not making that
She doesn't do that very much when I'm holding her. She does it to Travis quite a bit, though. She saves it mostly for Zugtmoy.
I mean...
She tries to get Zugtmoy in trouble by making as much noise as possible. And I'll see Zug and she'll be like this at her. And just sitting there. And Dreamer's like where the camera is going.
I'm not touching you.
I'm a cat. I will not be ignored.
Yeah, they're dicks, man. Let's see. Jeannie's working on fantasy novel. Spence said she's pretty meh about Save the Cat. It was really helpful and definitely helped change the way I write for the better, but it's not the kind of one-size-fits-all solution it claims. Yeah, that makes sense.
And most things are like that.
Yeah, it is. Like for me, I just use it because my middle sag. For some reason, I'll get to that point where the relationship finally starts off and it's like, why is this sagging? This should be easy. I'm married. And I'm like, okay, let me go through Save the Cat, see how they do this. Oh, that's why I'm messing up. Too many minute details.
Yeah.
Such as cheese.
Gotta be careful with that cheese, man. See, Wendy's eating dinner and then working on her novella. MM Ward is 22,000 behind on Nano, so yeah, but editing stuff, my December release has eaten 12 days of my Nano time. That can happen sometimes.
Yep.
No, she doesn't do it when the camera's on. They don't act up when the camera's on the same way. Mr. Crowley meows constantly until I point the camera at him. Like, CJ and I were talking for a while before we came on, and he cried on and off through the whole fucking thing. Every time I pointed the camera at him, he's like...
Yeah. Nothing.
I can't make him make sense. Anywho, so we should really, since it's Nano and looks like a lot of us are behind, we should get our sprinting shoes on.
Shoes on.
CJ just muted herself all fast in the middle of talking. Holy shit, CJ.
I've got a gift.
I'm gonna give you a foot in the ass. Alright. I burped. Sorry. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and start. We're gonna do a 15-minute sprint, and we will be back in 15 minutes in 3, 2, 1. Do your thing.
Sprint.
There we go. That is one sprint down. How did everybody do?
I got 804 words. Wait, that can't be right. No, 322. I had 4 all day. It's 322.
Hey, that's good though. 15 minutes, 322.
454.
That's awesome.
She beat me.
It was not a competition.
It's not a competition.
Yeah, you see
don't know
that.
Mr. Crowley screamed through the whole last sprint, so Travis gave him water in his. He has water in like several places.
Did it help?
But now he's in his pot. Yes. He likes to drink it out of the pot on the radiator.
Oh.
I don't understand why you want to deny them.
I don't want
the
to deny it to
necessity.
him. Zugtmoy wants to deny it to him. Every time he gets up, she goes over there and throws the whole pot on the floor. She's a bitch.
Little sisters are a pain, aren't they?
Yeah, she's terrible.
I see Ninja.
Yep.
Back there.
Yeah.
Well, now he's on the floor.
Oh, now he's down here. He'll be
He's
up
going
in
to
a
try it
minute.
again.
He'll be here in a minute. So I have a shawl that I usually keep on the desk for him. Here he is. Everyone say hi to Ninja's butt.
Every stream he does this.
Hi.
Aw.
But I spilled coffee on it, and because I drink creamer in my coffee, it's not something I could just like sop up and just be like, it's just water, it's fine. So I had to wash it, and he was really offended. So I have a sweater that I was in the process of making myself like a year ago. I'll finish something one of these days. But so I put that down instead. And so he sits like right here next to my keyboard and then walks across. And back.
Because you have not petted him all day. Like, notice me. I am here.
Oh.
I shall destroy everything until I've been petted.
I was at a doctor's appointment this morning and I came home and he just looks at me like, where have you been? Like, I do not answer to you. No, that's not how this works.
I think part of it is, thanks to the pandemic, we're all home. So the cats are like, the humans are here. Good.
He
You
really
shall
did,
wriggle
like,
in my
if we leave-
fuzziness.
Oh yeah. If we leave the house for any reason whatsoever, like he doesn't understand what to do. Like, where do you go? You never leave. Now you've gone. Even if we're only gone for a few minutes, or like I go on a walk in the morning. It's like 20 minutes of my day. I'm only gone for 20 minutes. I just walk around the block twice.
Well, I'm
I
sure you
come
guys
back
will
and-
enjoy it. My torture when I finally get a fuzzy animal. We haven't gotten one yet because we have to cat proof the house before we get a cat.
Yeah.
Because apparently there are steps to this. I didn't know, but he had 3 cats, so I guess he knows.
I mean, you can always do it by ear, but it does.
No, but he wants to have like a place where they can just like perch and be, because cats like being up high. So some place where they can
Cat trees.
perch, all that type of stuff. Yeah. And cat trees are going up in price. I just noticed that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
weird.
everybody.
Like the cheapest one I saw was like $125. I'm like, for a cat tree? Isn't this a piece of cardboard with fuzzy stuff on top for them to scratch? Why is it $125?
yeah.
It's actually not cardboard; it's press board, so it is heavier weight. Like, oh, you can't see it. We have a stair step that we got for my other cat who was very old and had really bad arthritis.
Oh dear, are you okay?
Yeah,
Are you
he just
okay?
jumped on me.
They love you. That's why they do this.
They hurt you because they love you.
Yes.
Well, my sister's dog, because they have like a pit bull mix, whatever, Tessie, she does that. They've tried to get her nails clipped and she will bite whoever tries to clip her nails. She hates it. So she has these long nails and she'll just like jump on you. She has no symbols of personal space. Like, I'm going to jump on you. I don't care if you're a guy or a girl. You're all getting attacked. I'm going to claw up your arms. I just do not care. I want to be around you and I want to lay on top of you, despite the fact I'm like 50 pounds.
Yep, that sounds about right. Jeannie, I have a former student who has 2 cats, and they actually had a cat tree that was attached to their wall. Like, it was up, it went up from about 3 feet off the floor, and then like was almost like shelving, but it was really designed for the cats. And so it went up and all the way around their living room.
I think what we're going to do is make a cat super highway. So it'll be like steps, almost like you're going up, because we have a thing above our kitchen where it's like this big plank. I don't know. It was there when we got it. We can't put holes in the wall technically, but you can always fill the holes up. So you can just get like a stairway to send it up there. So he or she can just hang up there and probably attack us at the same time as we walk past. That's one idea.
All right.
God, Ninja is so cute.
He is. Yes, you are.
You guys got cute cats.
Oh, thanks. These
Thank you.
babies.
Technically, he's not mine.
Yeah, but every time you're on screen, he's on screen. It's your cat.
That's true. You are affiliated with me now.
Aha.
Yes, you are.
All right, we should do another 15.
Sprint.
Yeah, work. Okay, I gotta work.
She has to do the thing.
All right, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it to them. In 3, 2, 1, do your thing. All right. That is time. How did everybody do? I'm hung up on a spot, so I'm slowed down here.
I gotta do some math.
I must have Spotify stop, and it will not.
Oh, I hate it when it doesn't listen.
Let's see, grace control. No, that's not the line I used. You're excused here. Grace and control the beacon hack itself.
Oh, I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. I scratched her head wrong.
I got 380. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, 297.
Very nice. I got 384 and I finished a scene and started a new one.
Yay for you.
That's awesome. Oh, goodness. How did everybody do in the chat? Did we lose y'all? You're very quiet.
Maybe the delay. Might be a delay since it's Friday.
It's just it's been quiet even during, like, usually there's some chat during sprints.
It's NaNo. Nobody has time
NaNo.
to chat. Just making stuff up.
Oh, man. Aphrodite watched more videos.
No judgment. We do not judge that.
My contacts are so dry.
Oh, I keep yawning. And I
I
don't.
have never
I don't
worn
know why.
contacts.
No,
You've never worn
since I was
contacts?
14.
No, they I know people who worn them, like if you go to like conventions and stuff, they wear the contacts. But I'm afraid if I ever wore contacts, they get stuck in my eye.
Nah.
Yeah, there's
Even
nowhere for them to
when,
go.
yeah, no, even like from time to time, mine, like, and when I say from time to time, I mean maybe once a year. When I'm trying, like if my eyes are super dry or if I have a cold or something and I decide to try to wear my contacts anyway, one of them will flip inside out inside my eye and get stuck under my lid.
Ooh.
But like literally all you do, you end up doing this until it comes out of your eye.
Yeah.
Like that's, your eye is designed to clean itself of
Yeah.
outside matter. That's why when you get like an eyelash in your eye or a speck of dust or whatever, if you continuously blink,
It'll eventually come.
it'll eventually come out because
Yeah.
there's nowhere for it to go.
That's pretty cool though. I mean, I've always wanted to like wear contacts, like not because, well, I wear, these are reading glasses. I don't need glasses yet.
Oh, okay.
Well, eventually I will because my mom's like 55 and now she's starting to wear glasses again. So, I mean, I know it's going to happen. I just don't want to wear contacts. I kind of like my glasses and there's different styles now.
I can't wear glasses with headphones very long.
Really?
It's really uncomfortable.
No, it hurts. Yeah.
I think because I work at a call center, like it's not this headset I use, it's a different one.
Yeah.
I have to wear glasses because the software we use, the font's really tiny. So I kind of got used to wearing a headset.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish it was comfortable like this, but no, we get like one little piece of band here and then this little flat thing. It's horrible.
Yeah. I don't miss working at a call center. I used
Bless
to
you,
work
Travis.
They said bless you, Travis. I used to work at Millward Brown, which was a research, like telephone research, so I'd call and do surveys. And it was one of the best jobs I had for what it was, because I had it at 16 and it paid really well. But as an adult, I wouldn't want to do that. Like, it worked really well for a 16-year-old.
I've worked at so many telemark like call center jobs. I'm kind of used to it. Like I work at Fed Loan Servicing now, and I've been there for about 7 years. This will be 8. They have great benefits. The job sucks. I mean, you're getting yelled at for something that's not your fault, but I'm getting a pay increase every year, and I get pretty good overtime, and I get, well, it's a government job, so it's health benefits. So
Yeah,
it's like
Great.
you kind of stay there like you hate it, but it's like, you know that if you go to a for-profit job, they're not going to give you the same health benefits as you would at a government job.
Right. Yeah,
That's
and
true.
the thing with Millward Brown is that people are a lot less angry if you call and ask them to do a survey than if you're calling and asking them to pay a bill. Or if they're calling about a complaint about a bill. You know what I mean? Like, they might hang up on you, but they're not mad at you for it. Like, they don't feel the need to tell you about yourself and your mother. Like, you know, so they're just like, no thanks, click. That was like, it wasn't
That was a
stressful.
bad day.
Yeah, it wasn't terribly stressful. It was unlikely that you would get yelled at.
Well, I work the escalate line, so I get calls in. I don't call anybody unless I'm processing an application for you and you want me to do this for a mortgage. Then I'm going to call you back because you're trying to get a house. But I'm on escalated, so it's fun to hear when, like, this time of year they're like, "You're ruining my child's Christmas." I'm like, no, you ruined your child's Christmas. I just work here. It's not my fault you have a $500 bill. We told you to send in the paperwork. Yeah, like, there's levels to it, but like this time of year, it's usually when everybody says I ruined their life.
You're gonna get down, dude. You hear it? You're gonna get all the way down. Go find somewhere to be.
But he's lovely. He loves you. He wants to stay there and cuddles.
He wants to cut off the circulation to my feet so that my feet fall asleep.
So you can't move ever again.
You're probably a source of warmth for him. That's why he wants to stay there.
It probably is, but he also has a box he sits in on the radiator, so he's fine. We'll just go sit.
So he's fine. You're fine with your radiator.
It's like, go over there.
Go back to your radiator,
He also
child.
sleeps between me and Travis, and he's fine. He'll be fine for an afternoon.
But he's your baby.
On my coat.
She likes your scent. Is it the leopard coat?
Yeah, it's like the softest thing ever. She ends up.
It really is.
It's the leopard coat. That's what it is.
Yeah. Well, it is like, it's made of soft. That's all it contains.
Yeah,
so,
like when I see your vlogs, you wear the coat and then you got the heart shaped glasses. And I actually do have a similar pair, but my sister has requested me to never wear them again. It's like sparkles and it's got cute pink in the middle. And she's like, don't ever wear that again.
Why?
Because it was like the total 90s going on.
So?
Yeah, well.
Your body, your choice.
No, she was joking, like, don't ever wear that again. Don't ever wear that again.
Learn to mind your own business. That's what I tell my sisters.
You're a little salty.
Just with my sisters.
Well, we go back and forth with it. Like, I let my sister, like, because I'm not into the makeup or the clothes or the jewelry. I'm like, hey, do me a favor, pick out an outfit for me. Just here you go. Go to Torrid and pick me out an outfit and have fun with that. Because I'll go, what does this go with? I don't understand. What is this? I'm going back to my 90s wear. Back when stuff was simple. You could just wear overalls.
Right? I was talking to somebody the other day about the stuff I wore in the early 90s. Oh, it was one of the girls at church, and she's in her late 20s, so she is like 12 years younger than I am. And
seriously,
we were talking about the clothing because she was a child and I was in high school. We were talking about the clothes in the 90s.
I know they're bringing stuff back from the 90s, but I don't know how much stuff.
The
velvet dresses can kind of stay back in the 90s. I hate those things.
Scrunchies are a thing again.
Yes.
My sister bought me a Sailor Moon scrunchie, so I love her for that.
It's adorable.
We should do another sprint before season.
We should. My app is yelling at me.
It's having a
your app.
Fit. That's the app that like it's supposed to keep you running a circuit of work, basically.
Yeah. So you do like whatever amount of time that you work, and then you get a break, and it times your break, and then when it goes off,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Then you have to.
It's basically like circuit training for working.
Yeah.
Oh,
and sometimes it works.
Same.
So
sometimes it doesn't.
So it's like 15-20 minutes, and then 5 or 10 minutes off.
Oh.
And then 15.
And you can set it up.
The Focus app?
No, it's called. App? No, I've used that one, but I actually really like this one.
It's the one they used to call the Demon app.
Yeah, this is called Productivity Challenge Timer.
Yeah, if you ever hear anyone say they're using the Demon app, that's the app that they're talking about.
Oh,
That's pretty much what it is.
So,
I do what I want.
I
I
like to
read in the
use it.
morning.
It helps me because I'm self-employed. It helps me track how much time I'm spending on different things.
Yeah, and I actually have the same problem, Elsie, is like I don't do well being told to adhere to things. That's like
You're like, no.
that's my kiss of death.
Well, for me, because I've done videos on it, I just read in the morning and then I do the writing at night because, look, I got to go to work and have to deal with getting yelled at. Well, right now, all the loans are on hold, so we're kind of cool right now, but it's going to happen in January. It's going to be the worst thing ever. But read in the morning, work at night, because then my brain's actually active at night. During the day, I'm just kind of, I'm here, but I'm not here.
Yeah.
But, you know, you do this job for a while, you kind of get like this, like, I'm here, but I'm not here.
Yeah. All right, we should really go before it shits its pants
do
or
it.
something. All right, let's do this in 3, 2, 1. Get your sprint on. All right, we are back. I almost entirely missed that, you guys. I was typing and I was like, oh shoot, it's time. Goodness gracious. How'd you guys
You're
do?
in the zone. We
I
understand.
was.
I gotta do math. I always gotta do math. I will say that's the one thing about Scrivener that's kind of a drawback. So now that I come to think of it, no, I'd still have to do it because there's a bunch of other stuff. Yeah, no, I couldn't do that. I got 404.
I got 337.
I don't know what I got, but I got Mr. Crowley to get back on my chair.
Mr. Crow.
He loves you.
He does. He's incredibly codependent.
And whose fault is that?
It's all my fault. I did it myself.
I think what's kind of helping is I'm trying to research because it's supposed to be a royal family. I've been watching this Chinese drama, Rui's Royal Love in the Palace. And it's like a roller coaster of emotions. And it's actually helping me out because I don't know how royal houses are run. But this is similar to The Crown that my mother was watching the other day.
I've heard about that. I haven't watched it, but
I saw the first season.
It
I
has
keep meaning
Matt
to go
Smith in
back.
it. He's my baby.
I keep meaning to go back and watch more of it, but time is the thing I don't have.
What I heard the current season, they said you really find out they did Princess Diana dirty.
Oh, that's not news.
But the way they did, like, you know, they don't, the royal family's been very private. They don't talk about anything.
Yeah, but it's not like it's, yeah, I don't know. I've heard
Like
a lot
the
of people
outlook
talking
against
about
it.
it. Like but here's the thing. So she died the year I graduated from high school.
Oh dear.
I remember watching videos of her wedding. I had Princess Diana paper dolls when I was a child. Like, she was a huge part of my childhood because that was the big thing. And so, yeah, I watched a lot about her. And so that was just something, yeah, she was done dirty.
Well, my mom's really into it. Like, I think I was in the 6th grade. Hold on. When did she die? 95?
97.
Yeah, I was like in the 6th or 7th grade when she died, and my mom was just completely heartbroken. She loved Princess Di. And then now in The Crown, you find out like the aunt was completely against her marrying him, like Charles marrying Diana, because he loved Camilla. But I guess the queen didn't care for Camilla. So it was like, you're going to marry somebody who has status compared to the woman you actually love. So,
well, part of it is, and I want to make absolutely I'm not making justifications here. Just throw that out.
No shame.
But, Elizabeth, so Queen Elizabeth's father was not supposed to be king.
Right.
His brother abdicated so he could marry a divorced woman, which is a no-no. Camilla is a divorced woman. It's a no-no.
Oh, okay. I thought it was because of status or something.
It is because she's divorced. Like, that's the status. But you also, like,
I know it's a different
the level of messed up that is royal custom. Like, it really is the way they function is from a different time. There is a reason there are very few true European monarchies anymore.
Well, you saw what happened with Meghan. Meghan left. She was just like, she just took her. I think she's the one who propelled, like, okay, we got to get out of this. I'm over it. I think after a year, she's like, I'm over all of this. I'm going back home to the United States where I can do and be who I want to be without someone telling me no. Like, there's so many rules. Like, you can't even have your head bare. You have to wear a hat, and you can't wear nail polish and all other stupid stuff, in my opinion. It's so minute because we're in 2020. Come on.
And to some degree, I agree with you. Like, I wouldn't want to live in that world. But I also think that we do something similar, maybe not on that level, but with our politicians.
Oh yeah.
Think about like he always has to be wearing a flag pin. The color of tie is always a thing.
Yeah, I remember that.
Think about how Michelle Obama's wardrobe, every aspect of her wardrobe was critiqued in the papers.
I feel like I think they started comparing after Jackie Onassis because Jackie O had many outfits.
Again, the political climate is always a visual one and has been for like at least since the 1600s. Like,
and it's funny you say that because the thing I'm watching takes place in the 1700s and it's about this emperor and he has like 20 wives. So imagine you're stuck in this one place all the time and everybody's trying to backstab you all the time because, you know, if you have a son, you're favored. And then guess what? All the other women want to come after you. But I don't understand how you can just live that type of, I know it's a cultural thing. I cannot live by myself, cannot see anybody unless it's a girl or a guy, a certain type of guy, and you have your kids. That's it. That's all you can do. You cannot intervene in politics, really. It's horrible. But it's history, so.
We should do another sprint.
Jeez, we start talking and then this sprint comes up.
Well, it does, because that's what we do in here.
Sprint!
It's a
I skipped a week, so now I
time.
feel guilty. So
Sarah's like, we are going to be on the ball tonight.
right?
We're going to do this.
So let's.
What are you holding?
Oh, it's a bouncy ball.
I was like, what is that?
Okay, so I have a horrible thing where anytime I go to Target, I always go through the dollar section.
Oh, geez.
And it's a bad place for me because I always get something stupid. But this has been like a good anxiety. Like it gives me something to do with my hands. But it also, I don't know that I can do it. I can make it do it. Yes, it lights up.
Oh, cool.
And it has a little snowman in it.
But we should get started because Sarah's like, I'm going to kill both of you. Look at
show
her
us her
face.
snowman's balls, and I'm not here for it.
Don't judge my snowman's balls.
Thought we were going to have a
doing his
balls-free
best.
stream, and now we've got balls on my stream. What am I going to do?
I didn't even know someone had balls, but thank you for giving me that lovely.
Snowmen
are
have
made of balls.
Yeah, they're all balls. They're just stacked balls. Do you want to look at my stacked balls, guys? All right.
All I'm thinking about is like that Rankin Bass snowman, but let's get sprinting. Now you make me think about the snowman thing from like the 60s.
All right, let's do this in 3, 2, 1, sprint! All right, and that is time. How did everybody do? I was doing some research, so. And now
Looks like I got 246.
Awesome. My contacts are so mad.
I took a bio break and heated up my rice pack. I got 182.
Woohoo!
And then talked to my sister for a little bit. And so that was not a very productive 15 minutes for me.
Well, you've been working all day. I wouldn't. If you've been working since this morning, I would still consider it productive.
Have I been working since this morning? No, I have not. Well, no, that's not true. I worked a little bit this morning before my doctor's appointment, and then I worked a little bit this afternoon.
There you go. You're productive.
I do have, hang on, for the day, I have 2,500 words.
You have way more than I do.
Yeah, but my goal was to get $4,000 and I didn't do that. So tomorrow, what do I need to do tomorrow?
I'm
I
hoping to
need
get
to
a
write
lot more.
5,000 words tomorrow.
I need to get a lot more done because I know when I get off of here, I'm going to be catching up on the Mandalorian because I missed 2 episodes already. It is the way.
Yeah.
I want to get that Baby Yoda so bad, but it's so expensive.
So you catch it up on Mandalorian or something else that begins with Manda.
Probably both. I do like the Mandalorian. I'm sorry. That show was awesome.
I haven't seen
I've
it,
heard
but-
good things about it.
We actually binge watched one Sunday, just watched all of it. And then, now they have the Baby Yoda that can actually follow you around. And now everybody wants to buy it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the kind of shit.
But I
I
heard the
used to
actor's
buy when I
actually
was
really
younger.
upset.
I don't have money for that crap anymore, I guess.
Well, I got this, Nataliya, so that's close enough. I got the doctor.
This contact.
I mean, you have stuff on your. I see the Red Rum and the Nightmare on Elm Street. That stuff terrified me as a child. I swear to God, Freddy
No, I saw
terrified
Nightmare on
me.
Elm Street when I was probably 5. Because it came out when I was 4, which means that it probably came out on VHS when I was 5. Which would have been when I saw it.
Jeez, it's
Yeah.
been that long?
It came out in 1985.
Yeah, I wasn't born yet, so. What?
Sorry. I'm sorry.
No, I just remember when it came out. It used to come on TV because it used to come on like UPN,
Mhm.
and it would be on at all hours. So of course, my stupid self as a child would watch it, then be screaming like, "Oh my God, he's gonna kill me!"
I think I was
I'm with you.
probably
would've
10
been
or
like
12
that.
before I started watching other slasher movies. But the early Nightmare on Elm Streets are a lot less overtly sexual than most
Really?
of like the Friday the 13th and that stuff. Yeah, there's like in Friday the 13th there's like thrusting sex.
Didn't one of them get
Which-
killed during sex in like the
Oh,
first
yeah.
movie with an
No.
arrow?
I don't think in the first movie. I don't remember them separately, but there's one where she's riding him and he slides the fucking machete through her and rips it up.
Oh, that's awesome.
My favorite though, honestly, is that he takes somebody in their sleeping bag and closes them up and hangs their sleeping bag above their own like from a tree branch above their own fire pit. And closes them in
Jesus.
their own sleeping bag.
They actually have a Friday 13th game that you can actually play as Jason. I'm like, this is horrible.
Yeah, I have
You're
it.
just giving people the power to murder. Not that we haven't had that power for years, but
I was
still.
gonna say, have you read the news lately?
No, The Sims is the best one, so.
Oh,
Yeah, depending on Depending on what you're into, you have to get different mods for it.
I'm gonna say something really polarizing, but I do like the remake of Friday the 13th. I didn't think it was horrible. Everybody's like, "Oh my god, this is horrible!" Like, it's not
like the remake.
that bad. And I didn't like and I didn't hate the remake of Nightmare on Elm Street. They were fine. They were just a different tone.
I didn't like the remake of Nightmare on Elm Street.
I know everybody's like, "I hated it."
I don't behave quite that excitedly about almost anything. I don't like any of the Rob Zombie Halloween movies.
I don't get it. I get confused. I'm like, wait, what's going on? Because it goes one tone and then it goes different. Well, no, the Halloween ones weren't. The first one wasn't too bad. The second one, I was confused.
Yeah.
Like the first one was about Michael. You can tell it was about his mental state and how he got crazy. But then the second one, I'm like, who is? Oh yeah, that's right. He had a sister and she was boring in the first movie.
Yeah. I don't know. It's not my.
But Robert Englund will always be the man when it comes to horror movies. Like, he can't get away from that. And I know he tries to because he's played other roles. Like, he was playing the Scarecrow in the Injustice movies. I can tell his voice now. Like, yeah. I know. I'm like, wait, that's Freddy. Like, hi, Freddy. How you doing? But he tries to steer himself away from Nightmare on Elm Street, but I don't think he can get away with it.
Oh, I haven't
much as he wants to.
Himself away from it. He does like a horror show on Discovery and stuff.
No, but you know how it's almost like Ed O'Neill.
Ed O'Neill's just incredibly shy, apparently. I had a friend who knew him when I was a kid, and apparently he's incredibly fucking shy. So if he's not acting, he just seems really standoffish, but he's just really shy.
That is a thing.
Isn't that fascinating? Like, because I had heard that too. I'd heard that he was kind of rude to people and stuff. And my friend was like, no, he's just really shy. He doesn't intend to be rude.
He doesn't know how to take people.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
And so, like, people come at him and they're like, oh my God, I'm a huge fan. And he just, like, clams up. Whereas most friendly, famous people are like, oh, hello. And he just like, freezes.
Yeah.
So,
like, people don't know this, but a lot of actors don't want you just to jump them. Like Adam Levine, like everybody says Adam Levine's the biggest a-hole. I'm like, he's not an a-hole. He's trying to actually be out with his kids and he doesn't want to be bothered with that lifestyle. Sometimes you got to learn to leave people alone. Like my husband always tells me, he treats celebrities like they're people.
Yeah.
Not like, oh my God, they have money.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to remember, but yeah, they're not. And I think people have an even harder time with YouTubers. People just show up to their fucking houses and stuff. Like,
well, Jake Paul's trending because he's about to get beat up again.
Well, I mean, he can get beat
up. Boxing match.
Yeah. But like,
I'll just watch the
recap. Don't just show up to somebody's fucking house if you don't know them.
You heard about Augie?
I don't know.
He was one of those YouTubers. Like this guy was like he's a prankster and he does stuff. And he decided to go to this house and Augie shot at him. I'm like, well, if he told you,
no, that was Boogie 2988.
I meant Boogie. Yeah. They're all they all kind of get messed up on their mind, but
yeah.
But no, he deserved that. I was like, you deserve that because you're not invited on someone's property, and by legal right, he has the right to shoot you.
Well, and he also
thank God you didn't die.
He also spent like 7 minutes telling him, get off my fucking property, leave, you need to go. Like, and it was filmed from both sides. So like, if you do get shot right now, sir, there is no argument because all of the evidence is being taped from both fucking sides. Like, this is the worst possible way for you to get shot on somebody's fucking property.
Right.
Because
I'm the worst.
All of the evidence points to you shouldn't have been there, and you did that yourself.
Well, apparently Boogie might be getting in some type of legal trouble for that. I'm like, I don't understand how you can get in legal trouble for shooting off your gun.
I thought they had already passed on the charges like a week ago.
They did? I have to ask my friend because she's the one who really keeps up with all that. But I was like,
I didn't look it up, but that's what I heard.
I thought it was a bunch of bullcrap if he did get charged because I'm like, he's on your property. He's not invited. So if you get shot, it's on you. And it's the South. I'm not too surprised.
Yeah, I mean it's a state where it's like that's very well spelled out. So I don't remember which state he's in.
I mean, in Pennsylvania where I live, like if you come on our property, the good thing is I live in a borough, so the cops are like 2 blocks up the street, so I don't have to worry about anybody coming. But if anybody were to try it, I'm just gonna like lock the door and I'm gonna go, hey honey, some weirdos at our house. I need you to get the bat.
Yeah, I mean I obviously am not too concerned about it.
I mean, I'm not concerned. I understand why you're not concerned. I'm just like, where do people get the gall to do this stuff to people? Like, where do you get off just doing stuff like that?
I think what happens is because of the way that YouTube works, people become so familiar with the YouTubers that they think they have a relationship with them, but the YouTuber doesn't see that relationship. They only see it from their side. So they feel like they know each other when they really only know what the YouTuber has given them to know. So
Ugh,
I think it's just a disconnect in the brain.
It must be, and we must come from a different generation, because I could have sworn you just don't go on people's property. And I'm in my 30s. I'm going, you don't just, because I'm part of that generation where people do that, but I'm like, you don't do stuff like that, because there is a possibility you will get hurt, because you don't know if someone has a dog that's going to attack you on site. You don't know what's going to happen.
No, you don't have any idea what's going to happen.
I just don't understand people.
I don't pop in at my friends' houses because I don't know what's going to happen. I don't want to walk in, knock on your door, and have you answer your fucking door with your dick out. Nope, not into that. Sorry, I'll call.
Who does that? Oh my God, I shouldn't laugh. It's like, who does that?
I don't know. I'm not going to find out because I'm going to call.
I think the only people I pop in on are my grandparents, but they're home all day, and I just, try to keep an eye on them, and they're just going to be sitting there watching the news all day. That's all they do.
Yeah, I won't just pop in on a friend's house because who knows what they're fucking doing. Why would you do that? Don't just show up at somebody's house.
And plus, it's Corona. Why would you want to pop at people's house anyway?
In general, yeah, that's true. But in general, I just don't do that.
Has it started snowing or anything in Chicago?
Well, I mean, we've had snow twice now.
Oh, you guys are lucky. We haven't. It's been like almost 65, which is really weird for Pennsylvania, because usually would have got dropped a little bit, but then now it's like, yeah. I mean, for me, it's fine because I can roller skate outside, but still, it's like there's nothing. It's weird because it's November weather. I'm expecting to get smacked in the face with cold air. We don't get snow as much as we used to in Pennsylvania, unless it's like February.
Yeah, it hasn't been terribly wet here, but it has gotten colder. So it's at least.
I know Chicago's like super cold.
Well, I'm.
It's mostly
90
just windy.
minutes north, roughly, and the biggest reason that Chicago is so bad is that because it's laid out in a grid, the wind grabs onto the grid and just goes.
Jesus!
And it comes in off the lake.
So fucking cold off the lake, right? So like, nothing stops it because it's a perfect grid. So once it's got a place to go, it just keeps fucking going. And it's cold.
If you're in Western Pennsylvania, you're going to get the same, snow Illinois and Ohio gets. But where I live, I'm on the East Coast, so I'm closer to the Delaware River. So we get the air.
The fronts hit kind of.
And it's the worst because I used to work at the waterfront where I was. So the Delaware. So imagine you're just trying to go to work and you just hear a gust of wind and mind you, I'm 265 pounds being blown by Delaware River air going, what in the world? Where did this come from? We never had this.
Yeah. Yeah, that's.
But I heard Chicago is much worse. Like, oh, you think you guys have it bad? Go to Chicago.
My biggest complaint in Chicago is if it's raining and it's windy, you really can't use an umbrella.
No.
Because it's just inside out.
Really?
Yeah, it just flips the umbrella inside out
takes it.
and then just pulls you. And you just can't use an umbrella. So if it's raining and it's windy and it's cold, you're just going to like die. It's like, congratulations on your pneumonia. Have a good day.
That's scary.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had pneumonia twice, but my gosh.
It's really bad. It's like, that's the worst in Chicago. But honestly, in the late spring and the early fall in Chicago, it's lovely. You can park somewhere, you can walk for blocks and go through all kinds of stuff. It's really nice.
But the greatest thing is, you get to go to Canada.
Well, we can't really go to Canada. We'd have to have passports.
No, I mean, you guys can just like hit the rivers. Like, you guys don't have to drive like on 95 and go all the way past New York and all the way past Maine. You guys can just get on the Hudson and go.
Yeah,
whatever river.
I would not be doing that. First of all, my husband's terrified of water.
No, I saw a movie where somebody was like escaping. They went over the river to get to Canada, and they just like get in the water. Like, oh no, we have to get away. Let's get in the water. I'm like, and the girl's like, what the? It's Canada. It's right there. All we got to do is get in the water and go.
It's really not right there.
Well, no, not from here, but.
Well, it's a movie, so of course they're going to make it seem like.
Right.
I was going to say, because I have family that live in northern Minnesota that are technically closer to the.
Right.
And it's not. there.
I can't remember what movie it was, but it was, but movies always fabricate certain things to make it look like, oh my God, it's just right there.
Yeah.
It's something. But I think it's pretty cool you live in Chicago. Like every time I see your vlogs,
Well,
I keep thinking, like, is she in Pennsylvania?
I technically live in Rockford. It's like 90 minutes from Chicago. So I don't go to Chicago very much, to be real.
Well, I don't want to dox myself, so I live in Pennsylvania, but I live on the East
Rockford,
Coast. So
Rockford's like the third biggest city in Illinois, so I'm not that worried about it. Plus,
I tell everybody I'm from Philly, basically. I'm from the area, so.
Yeah. Here's a funny story. Cheap Trick is from Rockford, and Cheap Trick told everyone they were from Chicago for a very long time, and people in Rockford were very spiteful until they started saying they were from Rockford. People were salty as hell. Bitch, we ain't Chicago. We're almost Wisconsin, motherfucker.
They are too.
We are. We're way closer to Wisconsin. We're like 30
if you
miles from
like
Wisconsin.
where I live,
You can smell the Hormel chili factory that is in Wisconsin.
Hormel?
The South Hormel chili.
No, I'm trying to think. My brain just trying to catch it like Hormel.
Yeah, like the
I keep thinking
cans of
Hormel
chili.
beans.
Like the cans of chili beans. Yeah.
yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
factory over
In
the
Wisconsin,
border
over
in
the
Wisconsin. And when the wind is right, you can smell it from
Jesus.
Rockford.
Like Hormel, and then don't they make sausages too?
They probably
Possibly.
do, but I think they only make chili here.
So you're
It
Wisconsin.
says
I
so.
I
keep
think
thinking.
actually I don't even know that they make it. I think they may only can it.
That's quite possible.
Yeah, because that's all. I think that's all Green Giant does too is canning.
And all we got down here, well, it depends on what part of Pennsylvania. We got cows and Amish people and corn and
We don't have many
coal.
Amish folks, but we do have lots of cows.
Well, I live 90 minutes. If I really wanted, if we wanted to go, we can just drive 90 minutes to Lancaster and see Amish people. There, you would see buggies as far as the eye can see, but then like Pennsylvania is really weird because I live outside of Philly, and then I'm technically in a city
Right.
by whatever post
Right.
office
Like Aurora
standards.
is a suburb, but Aurora is a city.
And then I'm right outside of that in a borough, which might as well been part of the darn city because
so
we
you're
all
like
kind
a
of come
suburb
together.
of a smaller city that's a suburb.
But I'm
of a
actually
bigger
from
city.
that smaller city. And it's the weirdest thing, like if you've
Just
ever looked it up.
Getting a little further out a little bit as you move along.
Well, it's the way Philadelphia is set up. You have Philly, and then you have counties, but then there's like one city. Like I live out, like literally a 2-minute drive from one city. Then you got another area that's a city. Allentown's considered a city on its own, even though it's part of Philly. And where I live,
It's like a
if you
mind
get
map.
off the exit, everybody's going to say it's Philly. Like, and we'll go, no, this is not Philly. Okay, this is nowhere near Philly. But because of how marketing works, everybody says it's Philly.
Yeah.
So we can get more people to come into the city.
Well, yeah, that's one of the things, and that's
It's
one
annoying,
of the
though.
advertising campaigns Rockford uses is we're close enough to Chicago that you can just drive there. Yeah, but like
I've heard of
why would
Rockford though. I have heard of Rockford
That's
like in
because-
marketing purposes.
That's because we make it onto the top 10 places you shouldn't live lists.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, my city is too. It's like the worst cities in Pennsylvania. We have the worst.
Oh no,
school
we're on
district.
America. Like the Forbes.
Oh wow.
Yeah, the Forbes top 10 cities not to live in. We were like number 2.
I don't think we've made it that far. We just made worst cities in Pennsylvania. Like people think, like when people think Pennsylvania, you think Philly, you think Liberty Bell, yeah, Pittsburgh,
We're
which hasn't been the same since the steel factory.
We're one of the most dangerous cities in America. With 760,
So is everywhere else.
Yeah, with 760 violent crimes per 100,000 residents, including police break-ins, apparently. Rockford is one
dear.
of those towns where crime rates stem from a complex series of factors. It switched last year from to the National Incident-Based Reporting System, which, as with Memphis, helps to keep more accurate records, but can also result in reported rates of crime that are higher than other cities that use different reporting mechanisms.
And considering I'm from the Philly area, it's like, meh. That's kind of like, okay, this is the worst, but it's like we live outside, we're Philly people, so
Apparently,
yeah.
our proximity to Madison, Milwaukee, and Chicago makes us a wonderful waypoint for drug couriers.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, congratulations, you're a waypoint for drug couriers.
And in Pennsylvania, we have a crystal meth issue.
Yeah,
We
that's-
do too. And
That's-
particularly because we're at the juncture of I-35 and I-80.
I'm talking about the state. I'm talking. I'm not talking about us. I'm talking about the state.
She's not talking about your house. Your house is not the apex.
You're like, I'm just gonna tell the whole internet that I create all of the meth into my state.
No, it's been like that for a while. But think about it. If you live in the Amish country, there's not much else to do out there.
No, and it does make a lot of money. And
Yep.
Those houses are really cheap out there too.
And the Amish response to addiction is different than the typical American response to addiction. I think they tend to hide it.
Yes.
So
Well,
if
they're
you're not
very
doing-
private too.
Right. But I don't think there's treatment within their communities that much either.
Mm-mm.
So
They kind of like lock you in a barn, I guess.
I mean, I'm
And
sure
shun you.
that works to make you clean for now. But once you let them back out of the barn, I don't know if that helps. But
I'm just joking. I'm like, they probably just chuck you in a barn and like,
They
you
might.
get clean now and lock you in.
it might. And I mean, we're not going to get an answer on fucking YouTube, I'm sure.
Oh,
But I think
I
that
wouldn't
is
trust
part of
YouTube with
it.
a grain of salt.
Well, I mean, TikTok has a whole Amish community.
Oh my
It's
God. You
all
should see
rum
TikTok
sprinted.
when they were just like during the political campaign because they talk about coming to Philly. I'm like, okay, I'm with these people. I'm like, okay, come to Philly and see what happens. We are the worst fans and everything. We've thrown batteries at Santa, for God's sakes. We are the
Yeah.
worst people to come after.
Yeah, Philly is. Yeah, maybe.
I mean, I'm not wearing my Eagles shirt, but I am an Eagles fan, and I know. I'm from the area. We are terrible, spoiled brats, but we're not the people you kind of want to. We're not the people that you want to mess with. Like where I live, I'm outside of Philly. You don't want to mess with us either. Like, why would you come here and start mess and think that you're going to get out of here alive?
Yeah. Well, we are at
CJ is laughing.
we're almost at the top of the hour, so we should do our outros,
Extras.
and then we should go and get on with our own personal fuckeries. Say hello, Mr. Crowley. Your big stretch back there.
Hello, Mr. Carly.
Hello, Mr. Cutie.
He gave a big stretch. That
Alistair
towel
Crowley.
is stuck on the back of my chair with like this stuff that you use to keep your rugs from sliding,
Mhm.
so that he can stay on the back of my chair because the chair is pleather, and so sometimes he gets sleepy and he slides off.
Oh, you poor thing.
He was scratching my back up so bad, he would fall off and catch himself on my back. So like it would just be this ruckus, and I'd be screaming. Travis.
Well, for
in
an
the
old
back of
cat,
the
he has
house.
perfect balance.
He's pretty damn good, and I am a leg jumper, so he's pretty good about it.
Look at his little head.
Uh-huh. Sometimes he rocks himself, and I wonder if that's my fault.
Oh, you have messed him up so
I
much.
broke the cat. All right, CJ, why don't you start?
Hello, I'm CJ Blair. I'm a writer of things, and you can catch my links down below, my Twitter and the link to my free YA fantasy serial, The South Deer Island Chronicles. Both of those are down there. If you've got some time, go check them out.
If you don't have some time, still go check him out.
Sure.
All right, Elsie.
Oh, I'm next. Okay.
Yeah, you're next.
Hi, I'm Elsie Clements. I am a professional weeb, which means I'm a complete nerd, a podcaster, a fantasy writer, and a sometimes gamer if I feel like it. You can check all my links down below, and I'll be coming up with an update real soon on my NaNo updates. So catch me later for that.
All right. And I'm Miss Sarah Sharnover, and their links are all down below, and my links are down below in a link tree. If you have not subscribed, I would love it if you would do so. If you haven't liked the video, I would love it if you would do that as well. If you have subscribed, just maybe double check, because it seems like my subscribers keep getting like disappearing, and then I go look at my
It's
subs.
YouTube, it's not you.
Well, and then I go look at my subs, and I'm missing people. I'm like, I know I subscribed.
No, they're
to
taking
this
them off.
person.
I just saw an update. They're doing weird stuff with it.
So
the
yeah,
algorithm.
double check and make sure the button is still working. I won't think you were being mean to me. I'll just assume that it deleted me because YouTube is the devil. So, anywho's, we'll see you guys all next week. I will have the conclusion to my Joyce Carol Oates video this week. So if you have questions, go put those in that description in that video, and also let me know who you'd like me to do next. Let me know whose class you'd like me to take next, and yeah, so we'll see you guys all in like a week or so. So yeah, have a good one. Bye.
Bye bye.